I figured today I would take the time to talk about a little bit more about what I do when I train and why. I'm by no means a weightlifter, an Olympic weightlifter. I'm an American football player, but I recently had a lot of extra time because of COVID to explore weight training and sprinting and things that keep you healthy and hopefully allow you to have a longer playing career. I'm 34 years old and I need to look for any edge I can get at this point to try to slow down the clock of life, I guess. So since March, I took a lot of time to get more into my Olympic lifts, and I also did some powerlifting just because I had, a lot of extra time that I didn't expect. And I don't know, I think it's just cool. I've been doing these lifts for so many years, and to actually have time to try to perfect some of them is really a blessing in disguise. So here's pretty much my normal barbell warm up before I do an Olympic lift. This is a good way to warm up your knees and your ankles. I usually follow it with some behind the neck presses from the high bar position. I'll do about 5 of those, and then I'll try to bring my elbows forward, like I'm in a front rack position, to start stretching it out, and then I'll do some overhead tricep extensions just to warm up my triceps a little bit. You can see I'm stretching there. And then these are full hand front squats, which I actually really, really like for warming up for Olympic lifts. If you just squeeze the bar with your whole hand, it's very difficult. And then, get into the drop squat, quick feet, just basically lifting your feet up and slamming them into the ground. And then the contact drill, just getting warmed up, getting used to hitting the same point in your thigh all the time, warming up your shoulders, keeping the bar close, followed by some muscle cleans with just the bar, where I'm trying not to really use my feet and just keep a tight pull. And then I'll just get into, the normal motion that I'm going to do that day. That's basically how I like to warm up, is just through the motion that I'm going to start with. And today I was doing some cleans from the ground and then some push jerks. I wasn't split jerking because I was doing two push jerks at a time, and I don't like resetting from a split jerk position. But yeah, I'm really trying to focus on my technique with a nice slow first pull and then really snapping the bar, and trying to work on getting the bar overhead. I don't like this one. I don't really get overhead that well. But that's what I was working on as I went through the sets. I was trying to get a nice controlled pull, keep my arms straight. You see there, I got a good pull, and that's why I kind of went back seat a little bit. But I still don't like my overhead position because I'm jumping forward. See, I'm trying to squeeze the bar, set your back, slow pull. That's a little bit better. And yeah, there we go. That's better overhead. You can see I kind of surprise myself. I walk it forward a little bit. And I just kept going until I felt like I did a good one. And I felt like this 4th set was one that I was happy with. This isn't really part of the program that we're doing right now. We're about 13 weeks into our football program. But I was late today and I wasn't able to be there with my training partners, so I did a couple lifts. I did those clean and jerks, and then I did some conventional deadlifts just because I haven't done them in a while, and we've been doing a lot of hang cleans, and I felt like my technique was slipping up a little bit, so I wanted to try to clean it up. And then I don't know why, but I just felt like doing some deadlifts, man. I haven't done straight bar deadlifts in months, and I just wanted to work up to a heavy set of 5 for me. I'm not a really strong guy, but I wanted to get a good set because I want to pull 120 from the ground, and I want to clean it. So here's 120 right here. I want to clean 120 hopefully the next week or the week after, so I just got to get used to moving the weight at a decent speed. And then I finished up with a set of 140 kilos. And you can see here it's a little different than the clean. You know, you got to be flush with your elbows and your knees. And you can see the bar before I pick it up, it starts to bend because I'm squeezing the bar off the ground. You don't want to jerk it off the ground. You're just kind of pulling the bar slowly from the floor and dragging it up the front of your legs. And then after I finished this set, I got into our normal workout. We started with bench. You'll see coming up. And it was heavy because we're 13 weeks in, so we're through the hypertrophy. And so I started out with 87.5% of my max. My max is 100. So this is heavy for me. You know, I'm not a great bencher. I'm not a good pusher. I didn't have a spotter either, so that was kind of sketchy. But I'm used to lifting by myself. And then I was doing a set of 97.5. So we were going back and forth between that. And then we finished up after the bench with 80 kilos. I repped it out for an AMRAP, as many reps as possible. And on purpose, I didn't put clips on the bar. And I'm going to show you why. Because when you're benching by yourself, you don't want to put clips on the bar, especially if you might go to failure, because you don't have a spotter. And you don't want to just drop the bar on your neck and not be able to get up. So for novice lifters is a good thing right here. I knew after this I wasn't going to get another rep. So this is basically how you bail if you don't have a spotter. You just turn to one side, dump the weight, let it dump the other way, and then get up, put the bar back on. So that's how you don't kill yourself benching without a spotter. Then went into some weighted pull-ups for a few sets. I think I have 12 kilograms on my belt right there, about 20-something pounds. Not easy to do, but very, very, very good and very beneficial for your back. And then we're just supersetting that with some flies, which I'm not a huge fan of. You know, I'm a quarterback. It's not really the most necessary thing, but as I said, we've had so much extra time to train. I really, really, really love learning different aspects of weightlifting. So we just finished up with a set of that. And then when we were finished there, we got some weighted dips, 20 kilograms on my belt right there for some sets of 6. I'm not showing all the sets and reps. We have a great guy, Coach Chris, who's been doing all of our programming. And I'm not going to do the rep range and the amount of sets just out of respect, you know, because it's not my programming. And then also you just hit up with some shoulders with a little shoulder circuit, some side raises, front raises, rear delt raises. Always want to keep your scaps tight and tucked when you're doing these. Really important not to round your shoulders. Just in here grinding in the tent, get that bench out of the way, man. It pissed me off. Stood in a bad spot. It was my fault. So on the rear delts, when you're doing these, the more parallel you can get your upper body to the floor, the more you can hit your rear delt. And that's basically, you know, what you're going for is bend over as much as possible, but where you can still do the lift properly. And then this is one of my favorite tricep exercises. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, or whenever we started lifting weights back in high school. It's just a good classic lift. Keep your elbows tight. Really isolates the triceps. You can stack the weight on there. And it's also easy to get out of. You'll see when I finish this set, I just drop the bar behind my head. It's a pretty safe lift and very effective. And then we always just finish up our workouts with some type of core. This is a core workout that we've been doing for a few weeks now with medicine balls. We do a lot of medicine ball stuff. Really core is a huge thing playing football. And just life in general is having a strong core and being able to, take what life brings at you. Yeah, we finished it up, and so thanks for taking the time to listen. And if you like the video, let me know.